galaxy through video games almost as long as Star Wars has been around, and later this year we get to not only explore new corners of it, we could use those corners as cover while we plan our squad's next moves. Here to tell us about the upcoming turn-based tactics game Star Wars Zero Company, please welcome Greg Foertsch and James Brawley from Bit Reactor. Welcome, thank you for coming. Okay, so can you set the stage for us? This is set during the twilight of the Clone Wars. We got a killer trailer that had a surprise appearance from one Anakin Skywalker at the very end there. Who are we playing as, and sort of what part of this conflict are we in? Are we in the Clone Wars, or are we doing something else?
So you're in the backdrop of the Clone Wars, right? The Clone Wars is a great setting for the game because there's so many other things going on. That's lots of subterfuge. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. No, there's lots of different backroom dealing. There's all sorts of different agendas going on. There's a lot of politics at play. And so while the Clone Wars is happening, there's this other war happening beneath the war. And you're playing as Hawks, who's a former Republic officer. And you're now working with a group of mercenary soldiers trying to prevent the spread of the Shadow Plague throughout the galaxy.
Okay, all right, so that's exciting to me. Like, the Clone Wars setting is really cool, but like, I feel like you could have done a straightforward, you have clone troopers, send them to go do stuff against separatist armies. This gets a little bit gray, this gets kind of murky. I'm into that. Now this is obviously Zero Company, XCOM. This has got a little bit of XCOM DNA in there. One of the best parts of XCOM is permadeath, which is returning here, is that right? How do you balance that with telling a canonical story? If you've got characters who exist in this universe, in this galaxy, and then they can die or not die, how does that work?
Yeah, so the story is a canonical story, of course. You start in one place, you end in one place as a player. All the stuff that happens in the middle, characters living, dying, your experience is going to be different than mine, but at the end, when the story wraps up, it does tie, that's where it funnels back into the Star Wars canon. So we can have very different experiences, how we play the game, how we level our characters, the characters that live and die, could all be a little bit different, but at the end of the game, it all kind of funnels back.
Right on. Well, we've got a brand new clip from the game. We got a trailer. Let's cue it up and take a look.
You want to fight?
Intelligence was just briefed on reports of a separatist fleet massing in the Serralona system.
Then we need to make our move.
You got someone?
Zero Company.
You still got it, old man.
What do you got for me, Bennett?
Word Zilius. Coyle's been spotted meeting with local gangsters. Get down there, find out what they're up to. But please, do it quietly.
Griff.
Shots in contact.
My team's got a contract to put an end to Fathom's plans.
I've been tracking Fathom for months. She's at the center of it all.
All right, let's get a team together.
I want in.
I'm not in it for the credits. There we go!
Yes, Sam.
He was a good operator. He knew the risks.
The circle must be closed.
We work with all kinds of folks. ex-separatists, ex-noble, ex-cons, and we're better for it. We're almost there. We just gotta finish this job.
General Skywalker.
I think they like what they see. I think you might have something here. Yeah, we're talking about this backstage. This is chocolate and peanut butter. This is tactical, turn-based, and Star Wars. I feel like this should have been done a lot sooner. Obviously, we got a lot of cool we got a lot of cool combat there. That's the spicy, exciting stuff you put in the trailer. So much of these games is also what's happening between missions, and I want to talk a little bit about that. Like in XCOM, you go back, you build your base, you do your research and all that. In Midnight Suns, you do that, but then you also wind up in the hot tub with Doctor Strange for some reason and start a book club with Blade. What are we doing in between missions here? What's going on kind of when Zero Company is sort of...
Great, I'd love to tell you about that. So, of course, the tactical missions themselves are the bread and butter of a lot of the gameplay. That's where all of the combat happens and such. But between those missions, you're going to return to the Den, which is a place where you and all of your operators are operating between missions. You'll have the opportunity to not only talk to the different members of the team and see how they're doing and check out with them and see if they have anything that they're hoping you're going to help them take care of. But you'll also be able to perform a lot of the management tasks. You can buy items from the black market. You can choose how to modify your character's loadouts, what weapons they're using, what utility items they're using, and then to customize and level up their skills, how you choose to do so. After you're done doing those things, you then move to the galaxy map. And on the galaxy map, you're going to send your guys out to complete non-combat operations that help them gather intelligence, gather resources, make new contacts, earn new opportunities for combat missions. And each time you return to the Den, we call that a cycle. And the cycle concludes with going to the holotable to accept and execute a mission. Then you'll select the squad members you want to send on that mission, and then you'll get to see cool sequences where you depart the Den on your ship, and then you head to those places and engage the enemy.
I love these. These are all like bespoke characters?
No, not all of them. We have a cast of bespoke characters, which are many of the characters that you've seen there in the preview. But the player can also create as many custom characters as they want, and they can perform the same level of combat interactions as any of the other characters.
Okay, I'm into that. Because I feel like having, being limited to just, scripted characters you've got, it's going to be rough if they get killed off. It might be good to have some maybe more disposable people around, some cannon fodder, if
not even just disposable, but it's a matter of who you, the player, want to embrace as your team. If you really like the bespoke characters, you can use them. If you're not so interested in some of them, you can create your own and rotate them into the team. You can use 10 guys and rotate between them if you want. You can focus on an A team. It's up to you how you want to approach the game.
How many bespoke characters are there?
I believe it's 6.
Okay. And they all, I'm getting a little bit of like a kind of a Mass Effect 2 vibe from this, where it's you're getting the gang together and you gotta make sure they're all happy, right?
Right. There's a little bit of that effect. It's kind of like a happy medium between the Mass Effect 2 model and the XCOM model.
I'm into that. Are there romance options?
I guess you'll just have to play the game and find out.
Okay, might get weird, but we'll see. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in the combat? Are there any particular mechanics or features that you're really particularly proud of or you want to showcase?
One of our most important features in the game is the bond system, where actions in combat can improve the relationships between two of the characters on the team. And that's really kind of the backbone of how our characters progress. As the relationships develop, they gain more and more focus points to spend on leveling up their skills.
Okay, so I like that permeates the whole game. You've got to juggle that. Is there going to be sort of like a recruitment period early on where you've got to go out and find people, or is you kind of start out with your crew out the gate?
Go ahead.
Start with the baseline, right? Like we get you started with a starter kit, and then you can go about it however you want. And then you will recruit new characters, new droids. On top of it, where the authored characters are not set, like there's a lot you can do with their abilities and spec them out in a different way. So like your authored hero is not exactly the same as mine, and how they bond together also makes them different. So there's a lot more flexibility than people may think in how some of the authored characters really work.
Tell me more about Hawks. Can you say who's playing him?
You as the player sort of inhabit Hawks.
Okay.
And Hawks can be anything you want Hawks to be. Hawks is, for the box, is a guy.
Okay, all right.
A human. But like you can make it a Twi'lek, you can make Hawks a Zabrak.
Okay.
Male, female. It should be however you want to express yourself as a player.
Cool, I'm into that. I mean, I know like one thing, and we're talking about this with the canon, one thing with Star Wars Outlaws, where like K-Vess is the protagonist because she's part of this universe. It sounds like you're getting a little bit more freedom and more kind of modular here and really let players take it on while still tackling stuff that fits into the canon?
Yeah, exactly.
Right on. We saw a red lightsaber in there, but we also saw Anakin. We also said this is the twilight of the Clone Wars. Is Anakin a good guy or a bad guy?
I mean, you have to play it to find out, right?
Okay. All right. I'm intrigued. I like that you're showing this off. And this is coming out soon, yeah?
August 27th.
August 27th. I'm into it. This is what I like to see. I like to see this much of a game this close to the game coming out, so I get excited, then I can go play it. Thank you guys so much for coming by. You heard it here. Star Wars Zero Company is coming to PC and consoles August 27th. There is still lots more IGN Live to come.